Your heart is meant to be your compass. It's meant to guide you in terms of the direction that feels correct to your soul. Sometimes we fall prone to letting our head come too deeply into the process. And when the head comes deeply into the process, all of a sudden we begin to see all sorts of different options. We begin to intellectualize the process without really kind of, well, for lack of a better way to put it, feeling things through. Direction quite often is less a factor of intellectualizing something and much more a factor of intuiting, hence always needing to let the heart guide the direction. Sometimes we find ourselves in positions, however, where we're working through stuff, for lack of a better way to put it. And as Venus stations direct on the 16th of November in Chitra Nakshatra, it's forming an angle to Ketu in Shravana Nakshatra. There's a process that's going on within you. There are some things about the old ways. And what do I mean by the old ways? The old ways that you used to go about things, the old ethics, the old values that you used to rely upon to guide your direction, that you used to rely upon to be your compass, that you used to rely upon to be your guide. Well, on a certain level, you're feeling somewhat disenchanted by that. And you're feeling a need for a shift. You're feeling a need for a new sense of direction. But that's not something that comes immediately, because when you're recognizing, for lack of a better way to put it, perhaps the inconsistency of previous values, you're going through a process of needing to feel things out. And that would be simple enough if if your mind was willing to kind of be patient with the process. But the mind is seldom willing to be patient with the process. The mind wants to jump around from one thing to another. It thinks that it has to structure a situation to keep a tight grip on things so that things don't eventually fall apart. And so the mind begins to feel pressure, whereas the heart just goes, yeah, I know that this needs to take some time. I know that this is an evolutionary process. I know that this is something that I'm not likely going to sort through in one day. But the mind, on the other hand, is going, yeah, but we do kind of need to sort through all of this in one day. So here's an option, here's an option, here's an option. And immediately you get distracted into thinking about all those different potentials. Your mind goes, I'm going to walk down this road. This road will eventually take me to this destination, and this destination has this nice, shiny thing there that is pulling me to it. But there's also all these cracks in the pavement along the way. So maybe that's not the right one. How about this destination? This destination is pulling me towards this huge thing that I really desire. But wait, there's a lot of bends and turns in that road, so I don't know if that's the road either. And so eventually you end up in a position where you're exceptionally confused. Now, this transit of Venus is going to take place from the 16th of November to the 29th of November. Venus will be transiting Chitra Nakshatra. It stations direct on the 16th. About the time of the full moon on the 23rd, there's an opportunity for clarity. There's an opportunity for clarity, but guidance to get you from this point when you're likely watching the video to the point of the 23rd when the full moon's happening, that particular guidance is along the lines of, if you're feeling confused, that's okay, right? Somewhere you've got the feedback that, oh, well, you're not being consistent. Oh, well, you're not being steadfast enough. Oh, well, you're wavering. Oh, you're wishy-washy. Who really knows where you stand on something? Well, truth of the matter is, nobody ever knows fully where they stand on every single matter in their existence, right? There are some things that we're pretty solid on, that we know indubitably, and That's simple. But then, unless we're, an exceptionally dogmatic person, for the rest of our existence, there are these evolving ways of looking at things. What holds true in one specific moment may not hold true in the next. And what holds true in the next moment may somewhere down the line be completely different. So what can you do? All you can ever do is be in the moment. And in this moment right now, you're confused, but only if you let yourself be confused. And the reason you're confused is you're letting your mind run the show. If you listen to your heart, what will your heart tell you? Your heart will tell you, well, I don't really know where things are at because I'm taking a deeper look at things and I recognize that what was once before cannot be again. And I'm recognizing that where I'm trying to go is based upon the decisions that I make in the here and now in this moment. So I can either let my mind overrun me, I can let it flip from one potential to another. And a certain amount of that is necessary because how are you going to figure out the potentials? But when you get stuck on that without bringing it back to the heart so that a balanced decision can be made, that's when confusion results. But simultaneously, when you take all those different potentials, bring them back to the heart, look at the essence of what it is that you're actually trying to achieve. Look at the essence of your desires. Let your heart kind of feel that process through and then intuit the best potential direction to get from here to there. Now that's the stuff of miracles. And if you could use a little bit of help with this process, I should mention that I do offer several different levels of astrological service, all of which are available through the astrological services page of my website. If you're confused about direction, need a little bit of guidance, all you have to do is follow the link above. That's going to do it for this look at Venus's transit, while direct, back through Chitra Nakshatra from the 16th of November when Venus stations direct, all the way through to the 29th of November. Until next time, have a lot of fun, and please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.